Yaliho everyone! This is Bandita Roy from Calorex Public School, Mundra, welcoming you on a bright morning, 7th April 2020. I'm sure you all are doing very well. Now, in the last few days, we have been going through a lot of differences in the society, a lot of changes in the society. There have been many new government policies, which we have been wondering whether to follow, whether first we have to understand, then we have to follow, and then we have to imbibe on them. Now, to make things easier, let me take you to a journey of social sciences. Because if you have a basic understanding of social sciences, it will make your journey a lot more easier. Oh my God, you don't like social sciences? Well, social sciences is just like any other science. The only difference is it's a little bit more talkative. Let me put it easier for you. See, social sciences, for some people it means only, history, civics and geography. You do some plotting on the maps, you study about Indian freedom struggle, then in civics you learn about India is the biggest democracy. Excuse me, that is all old school. There's a lot more to social sciences than only history, civics and geography. The thing is, look into the current scenario. There are so many words such as recession, monetary and fiscal policy, the behavior of the virus in different climates, or even how the central government passed an ordinance to cut, cut MP salaries. Now we realize the importance of social sciences to appreciate the current geopolitical landscape. Oh my goodness, that seems very heavy for you? Let me make it easier. The journey of social sciences can be taught or can be learned through a series of activities, games, and most important, quizzes. Okay, let me make it with the first activity. How many of you remember that activity which we played during our childhood? Antakshari, with the names of countries and capitals. We started with America, we moved on to Agra, and there used to be one friend in our circle who would have a pawn shop for adding on all those names which would end with A. Agra, Agartala, Rhodesia. He would see to it that, he or she would see to it that all the names would end with A. Mind you, it was only a game. But actually, what were you doing? You were honing up your geography skills. So that was one game, Antakshari or Atlas we would call. Now there's another game which we would play, and right now I'm sure during the lockdown period you must be playing a lot. It is name, place, animal, thing. Does it ring a bell? It does, I'm sure. We would have somebody recite all the alphabets in the particular sequence, and then when the moment the person would say stop and the good letter would be B or say C, we would have to write all the name, place, animal and thing related to that subject. Now what was that? That was also an activity. You were learning social sciences, but in a very informal way. Now to put things easier and to make it even more interesting, nowadays internet is there, and internet has made our job a lot easier. If we want to study geography, we don't have to visualize only through the books or what is written in the text. You straight away take the help of internet, you make a beautiful PPT and you make the lesson interesting. Thank you so much for joining us. Right now I will be starting a series of quiz questions. So in my journey for the next another 10 minutes, I'll be asking you 5 to 6 questions. And if you know the answer, do write it in the comment section below. हो सकता है अगर आपका सवाल सही हो तो आपको कोई इनाम भी मिल जाए. Now I'm starting with the first question. And the first question, if you know the answer, do let me know in the comment section. Mind you, please don't Google it. The first question is, it's related to social sciences. How many rivers and states are mentioned in India's national anthem? Don't Google it. Work out the answer. It will take only 50 seconds to work out the answer. I am here for the next 10 minutes. So please work out the answer and write your answers in the comment section. No cheating. Because internet is there, but right now you have lots of time. Just work out the answer through the proper code of conduct. Stand up, recite the national anthem, and you will get to know how many rivers and states are mentioned in India's national anthem. Now coming back to social sciences, what actually is social science? Social science is nothing but a branch of science devoted to the study of human societies and the relationship among individuals within those societies. Mind you, there are 10 branches also there. What are the 10 branches? There's anthropology, there's archaeology, there's economics, there's geography, history, law, psychology, sociology. Now how do we correlate each and everything happening in our daily life with social sciences? There are two ways of putting it. Either you learn social sciences through rote learning, which doesn't make it interesting at all, or you learn it through the activity method. For example, you want to know why are certain people behaving in a certain manner. So you have psychology, you have sociology, you have anthropology as well to decide why are certain people working in a certain manner. And when you do some case studies, you will be surprised to find through your study in anthropology, people behaved in the same manner even ages ago, the way they are behaving now. Being extra cautious, keeping things together with them, keeping everybody together. What is all these? These are all social behavior. Social behavior comes in the study of sociology. And if you want to study individual behavior, it's psychology. You know why each individual is behaving in a different manner. Now, supposing you see some colorful brochures which are lying around you, and the brochures are inviting you to take a wonderful trip to a dream destination. What is it actually? It is promoting tourism. And tourism, if it is promoted, what happens? Which part of social sciences are we actually coming up with? Is it geography or is it history or is it both? If it is a historical or a heritage destination, you will be touching upon history as well as geography. If you take it as a dream destination abroad, therein you will see the flora and fauna, which again is part of geography. So social science is interrelated in each and every aspect of your life. Okay, thank you so much for joining in. Now, should we move on to the next question to keep it interesting? I'm sure you must have got the answer by now. Now, this question is related to the Mughal dynasty. Hear it carefully. Laziza is a very famous dish introduced by the Mughal dynasty. What is its popular name currently? No, don't Google it. I'll give you a hint. The main ingredient is rice. Got it? I'll repeat the question. Laziza is a very famous dish introduced by the Mughal dynasty. What is it popularly known as? I'll be waiting for your answer. If you know the answer, please write in the comment section. Now, moving back to the social sciences, if you want to opt for a degree in social sciences, what all are the options available? For example, you must be wondering, why should I study political science? People don't study political science to be a politician, or people don't study history to work at a museum. But at the end of the day, You will come to an economist to help you explain the Reserve Bank of India monetary policy, or whether the budget is going to help you, whether it's going to save taxes, or maybe most importantly, people like us, is the economy looking good? Should I start my own business or should I invest in the share market? So what are the career options? Now, if you have studied political science, you must have gone through so many debates, because in political science there is a very, very important aspect of debating. There is an international organ known as United Nations. In our curriculum nowadays, we have incorporated mock United Nations. I'm sure MUN, you must have heard about it. And let me tell you, MUN is an activity-based learning which has made and changed the lives of so many people who, irrespective whether they opted for science or humanities, but they have made a difference for themselves in the society. Now, if you are good in debating, that doesn't mean that you can only talk and present your fact. If you are participating in MUN, you would have to read a lot, study different societal changes which have happened, study different policies which have happened not only in your own country but also outside the country, so that you can make a comparative study and then move along in life. Talking about comparative study, many people are making the current lockdown period and comparing it with a reality show. Now it is up to you. If you have a knowledge of social science, you would compare it with the captivity or the confinement which was shared by Anne Frank during the Nazi regime, or the solitary confinement which was undertaken by Nelson Mandela in South Africa, or maybe by Aung San Suu Kyi in Burma, Myanmar. So now it's up to you. If you have a knowledge of social science, your outlook, your way of thinking, your way of making decision, your way of making a broader perspective goal in life, it makes a real change in your thinking power. So think about it. Social science, is it only limited to history, civics, geography? No, I don't think so. But the thing is, we have to make it more interesting. How many of you remember social science only being a project work wherein you just take pictures of a few countries, their flags? No, there are other aspects to it also. So coming down to it, make it interesting, because social science is talkative, I'm sure, but it helps you to lead a better life. And most importantly, with the current use of internet, right now you are in a social gathering in your home life, so I'm sure you must have studied relationships even better right now. And if you are able to understand human relationship better, being a student of social science, your emotional intelligence will also go up. That will make you a more enhanced individual. Coming down to the remaining quiz questions, I'm sure you've done those two. Now comes the easy one for the little ones. When is International Yoga Day celebrated? I'm sure you all must be doing a lot of yoga and meditation in the current scenario. Here goes. It's a direct question. Write down your answers in the comment section. Next one. The national motto Satyameva Jayate has been incorporated from which ancient scripture? The national motto Satyameva Jayate has been incorporated from which ancient scripture? Write down your answer in the comment section. Last but not the least, thank you so much for joining me and lending me your ears. The last question, which is dedicated to our armed forces. When do we celebrate Armed Forces Day, Air Force Day and the Navy Day? Thank you so much for joining me. Wish you all the best. Always remember that I cannot control the wind, but I can show you the way how to control the sails to have a smoother sailing. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day and looking forward to your answers in the comment section. Bye for now.